Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Blair Youth Softball Complex, home of your Blair Bears. Tonight's varsity contest features the Lincoln Northwest Falcons and your hometown Blair Bears. Before we meet tonight's starting lineups, we'd like to thank you for joining us in supporting high school athletics. We remind everyone that good sportsmanship is expected by players, coaches, and fans alike. Let's keep tonight's game positive and respectful for all. And now, let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for the visiting Falcons of Lincoln Northwest. Batting number 1 is Alexa Danker. Batting number 2 would be Jalen Tietmeyer. Batting number 3 would be Ashlyn Siegel. Batting cleanup would be Aaliyah Staggs. Batting 5th would be Megan Morton. Batting 6th would be Hallie Nirango. Batting 7 would be Lexi Rigger. Batting 8th would be Addie Walker. Batting 9th would be Addie Eaton. Let's also recognize the bench players in Tenley Root, Reese Perro, and Sage Convent. Falcons are coached by Bailey Relis and assisted by Lexi Herbert. And now, for your Blair Bears. Batting first, number 8, Lainey Brown. Batting second, Mia McLean. Batting third, Caitlin O'Neill. Batting fourth, Reagan Blatter. Batting fifth, JC Sheath. Batting sixth, Emmy Hall. Batting seventh, London Larson. Batting 8th, Abby Leggett. Batting 9th, Hannah Houghton. The flex player tonight will be Claire Anderson. The bench players will be number 18, Taylor Munger, and number 33, Tatum Macklin. The Bears are coached by Jennifer Fangmeyer, assisted by Crystal Macklin, Rose Klein, Kate Christensen, Ashley Brown, John Rowan, and Mackenzie Novicki. At this time, we ask that you please rise, if you are able, and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let's play softball. Check, check. Nope. Hello and welcome to tonight's varsity contest between the Blair High School Bears and the Lincoln Northwest Falcons. We're coming to you live on BSDN Live. First batter for Lincoln Northwest was Alexa Dankert. Boy, great play there by Claire Anderson, who got the put out to Reagan Blatter. And tonight I'm joined in her inaugural broadcast by Heather Tupa. So, Heather, would you mind introducing yourself?
My name's Heather Tupa. I'm a commercial auto underwriter, and I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you. So, on the hill tonight, we've got, or out in the circle, excuse me, we've got Abby Leggett, who is number 6. She's a senior pitcher for the Blair Bears, and up to bat will be Jalen Tykert for Lincoln Northwest. She pops that one up to second base. The second baseman, Mia McLean, who catches it for an out. So that's quickly 2 outs here in the top of the first.
Great start.
Yep, so great start. And we are excited to have Heather. So, Heather, tell the group, I know you've got 2 boys in college, right?
Yes.
And I know that you're a big sports fan. Is that correct, too?
Yes, I do love. And I played softball in college at Dana College, so.
Fantastic. So we brought Heather on board to, as I know she loves softball and can add a lot of great commentary. So welcome aboard. We're excited to have you.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. So that was a strike by Leggett. That one's popped up and out of play. Up third for the Falcons would be Ashlyn Siegel. She is number 11. And so, boy, Heather, we couldn't have asked for a nicer night to be out here, could we?
Perfect. It's top 10, I would say, top 10.
No doubt. And so the count is now, I believe, 0-2. That one's popped up to the second baseman, Mia McLean, who grabs it for out number 3. So that's a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first for the Blair Bears. We'll be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live. Welcome back to BSDN Live in the Blair U Softball Complex. We are now going to the bottom of the first inning. In the circle tonight for the Falcons will be number 16, Aaliyah Staggs. Aaliyah is a right-handed pitcher, and the Blair lineup will be number 8, Lainey Brown, followed by Mia McLean. Batting third is Caitlin O'Neill. Batting cleanup is Reagan Blatter. Batting fifth is J.C. Sheath. Batting sixth would be Emmy Hall. Batting seventh would be London Larson. Batting eighth will be Abby Leggett. And batting ninth will be Hannah Houghton. The Bears come into tonight's contest 4-2. The Falcons are 0-4. So it'll be interesting to see what the Bears are able to do in the bottom half of the first.
Yeah.
Thus far, Lainey Brown has had a pretty hot start to her junior season. That first one's in there for a ball. Looked like it darn near hit her.
Max Preps has her batting average at 600.
Wow. And that's the kind of insight that we want. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. So the count is quickly 1-0 to the right-handed hitting junior now, excuse me. That one's up high for a ball. And so, Heather, tell me, in a game where Blair comes in at 4-2 and you're playing a team that's 0-4, what's kind of the mentality, or what should the mentality of the Bears be tonight?
Base runners.
There you go.
Contact hitting.
Yep. Try to jump on them early. That one's fouled back and out of play, and the count quickly goes to 2-1. And so it's kind of a busy week for the Bears. They played last night, beat number 6 Scott. Play tonight, have practice tomorrow, I believe a game on Thursday down in Lincoln, and then host the Blair Invite on Saturday.
Ooh,
that one's rocketed up through the center part of the infield, and will be a single for Lainey Brown.
Great solid hit.
Absolutely. And so that sets the stage for Mia McLean, who is she is the second baseman and is a left-handed batter. The thing I love watching about her, Heather, is that you're never quite sure whether she's going to hit away, whether she's going to bunt, or whether she's going to slap, and that really draws the infield in there. And Brown takes off for second and steals the base. That ball was up high, and so the count is now 1-0, and a great job there by the speedy Brown to steal the base. And now with runners in scoring position, the Bears have a lot of options. So it'll be interesting to see what Coach Fangmeyer does in this situation. That one's outside for ball 2, and so the count now goes to 2-0. And so, Heather, what's the thought here with runner on second, 2-0 count? What's your thoughts?
I think I might wait till I see a strike before I'd swing.
You know what? That's a great – boy, it's almost like you called that, because that's exactly what Mia just did. The count goes to 3-0, and I think now you're definitely taken, right?
Yep, for sure.
Want to see Lincoln Northwest get one across the plate, and that's a ball 4 walk to Mia McLean. And so now that brings up Caitlin O'Neill, the shortstop, to the plate. No outs here in the bottom of the first, and the Bears couldn't have asked for a better start.
No.
Get the first 2 base runners on.
Yes.
That one's inside, and the count goes to 1-0.
I think here you wait for a strike too. I think you make her throw a strike.
Absolutely. I think you wait to see what Steggs is able to bring, because you're right. I think it's probably 5 or 6 in a row. That's a ball too. So now it's the count quickly goes to 2-0 to Caitlin O'Neill. She is the right-handing shortstop for the Bears. Wind up in the pitch. That one bounces in there, and the runners take off, and they both steal third and second respectively. So now you've got 2 runners in scoring position for O'Neill. However, the count is 0-3, and I'm with you. I think I'm taking all the way, right? That
Yep,
could be
for
right.
sure.
It could be the biggest meatball. I'm still taking right
You are.
here.
Yep.
And that hit her. So that will be a free base on balls for Caitlin O'Neill. And that's going to bring the coach out to visit with Steggs after 2 walks in a row and a hit by the Blair Bears. For the Bears, that's going to bring up the junior Reagan Blatter, the first baseman, to the plate. And, well, you couldn't have asked for much of a better start here, Heather.
No, you couldn't. And go back to Reagan on that first out we had. She had a great stretch that we didn't get to point out when the first out of the inning of the first inning. She stayed on the base, stretched really high, and moved over for the people that couldn't see. She did an excellent job.
Absolutely, and want to give credit where credit is due. So very well said. All right, so Coach Bailey Rellis is now headed back to the dugout. And we're back to playing. So it's bases loaded here in the bottom of the first. Reagan Blatter up to bat, and boy, she could put a big dent in the in this game with one good swing here.
I still think you wait till a strike. I still think you.
You know what? That's a great call. I think I would too, because the last two batters, we haven't seen a strike yet. And interestingly enough, the wind is blowing out tonight.
Yep.
And there's a ball. So our strategy is working right now, Heather, of just taking. So it'd be interesting to see how this at bat unfolds for Blatter. Steggs gets the sign and the pitch.
Ooh.
There's one hit hard to the shortstop and thrown to home for the out. So the fielder's choice gets one out for Lincoln Northwest. Reagan gets the third on time, so it's now one out with, let's see, J.C. Sheath coming up to bat, the catcher. J.C. bats right and is number 1 for the Bears. That one's in there for a strike. And so now Stiggs maybe starting to feel a little bit. We'll be interesting to see what she's able to do right here.
Agree.
The windup and the pitch. That one was inside. And now the count goes to 1-1 with one out here in the bottom of the first inning.
The catcher did a great job going to get that one and staying down on it because made her move quite a bit.
Absolutely, because you know a pass ball is going to equal a run here. Boy, another nice job.
That's a nice job, yeah.
Yeah, by the catcher to snag that one. So the count's now 2-1, one out here in the bottom of the first. And boy, wouldn't we take a full season of weather like this, Heather?
For sure.
There's a base hit. That's going to score one. Here comes McLean around, play at the plate. She's in. So that's gonna plate 2 on the double by J.C. Sheath. And so the score now becomes 2-0 for with the Blair Bears leading. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Emmy Hall. Emmy is a right-handed junior. And again, coming up to bat with runners in scoring position.
And one out, no pressure.
Yep, for sure. And I think you have the ability to be selective here because there's no sense in swinging it at pitches unnecessarily here.
Right.
All right, the count's now 1-0, one out. Second pitch, fouled back by Hall. And so the count now goes to 1-1 with one out. Runners on third and second and third, excuse me. And Heather, tell the audience, did your boys play baseball?
Up till like
that one's popped back.
8th grade, Kip did, and Mac probably till 6th grade. We didn't, much as we like softball and baseball at our house, we didn't have goers.
Okay, so it was more of a basketball and other sports were their favor, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is okay.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so the count's now 1-2 with one out here to Hall. That one's popped back, and that one right there at the hands. And so let's see what Emmy can do here. And so what position did you play in college?
Center field.
Center field. Okay. Awesome. That one's hit sharply to second base. It's going to play to run where Blatter comes in to score. So Emmy did her job by putting the ball in play and moving the runners. So nice job there by Hall. And so now that brings up London Larson, who is the designated player today. She's a left-handed batter. That one's outside for ball 1. And so now the score is 3-0. That brought in Reagan Blatter. And so now there is still J.C. Sheath on third. That one swung on and missed by Larson. And so the count now goes to 1-1.
Emmy did a good job of placing the ball on the right side so we could score the runner when she hit it to the right side. That was good.
Yeah, really, the second baseman didn't have much choice to throw to home. Smart play. That one's hit hard to the second baseman for out number 3 in the bottom half of the first, but not before the Blair Bears, excuse me, plate 3 in the bottom half of the first. We'll be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live. All right, welcome back to the Blair U Softball Complex here on BSDN Live. We are coming to you live at the top of the second inning. Up to bat for Lincoln Northwest will be Aaliyah Steggs, the pitcher. See if she can help her own cause here at the plate.
For sure.
In the circle for the Blair Bears is Abby Leggett. And so to kind of set the lineup for the Bears defensively, you've got Abby Leggett pitching. You've got J.C. Sheath catching. First base, you've got Reagan Blatter. Second base, Mia McLean. Shortstop, Caitlin O'Neill. Third base, you've got Claire Anderson. Left field, you've got Hannah Houghton. Center field, you've got Lainey Brown. And right field, you've got Emmy Hall. So here we go. Top of the second, excuse me. That first pitch is high for a ball. And boy, that sun is right in our eyes, Heather.
Right in our eyes. But I'd rather be in ours than in the Blairs. So.
Amen. Yep, amen. Leggett looks in. Wind up in the pitch. That one's hit hard over the second baseman's head for a single. Fielded cleanly by Hall with a quick throw in to second base. So that'll be a single for the pitcher, Aaliyah Steggs. That's going to bring up Megan Morton, number 22 for for Lincoln Northwest, excuse me. And we'll see if Leggett's able to pitch around that single. Oh, it looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher here. The runner, I'll try and get that for the group, is Reese Perro for the Falcons, who have got to want to respond here, Heather, especially being down 3-0.
Right.
The windup in the pitch. That one was fouled back. Looked like that was a bunt attempt by Megan Morton. That was fouled back. You'd have to imagine if you're the Falcons, you want to manufacture about anything you can here.
It's a good pitch by Leggett, too.
Absolutely. And so we've got time. And so want to also take this opportunity to say thank you to our wonderful sponsors on BSDN Live. We're excited to be able to bring you live softball coverage all season long. Also want to recognize all of the hard work that was put in to make these fields playable here at the softball complex. Because there was a time over the last couple weeks that we didn't think we were going to be able to play here at all season. And thankful to everybody for getting the fields fixed. And now you couldn't even tell that there's any damage done at all. So nice job to the field crew and everybody involved. That one fouled back. Also a bunt attempt again there by Megan Morton. It gets fouled back. And so the count now goes to 1-2. Yep. And now she can't bunt anymore. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. The wind up at the pitch, though, that was a changeup that didn't quite connect there by Leggett, so the count now goes to 2-2. And, I don't know about you, Heather, but I don't really mind that attempt right there. You're up. You've already got 2 strikes. Let's see if you can get the batter to chase one.
Yes. It's a good pitch.
That one's in there for a strike, and that's strikeout number one for Leggett, and out number one for the Lincoln Northwest Falcons in the top of the second inning. That's going to bring up Holly Nirego with one out, with a runner on first base. Leggett's wind up and pitch, hit hard. Ooh, nice job there by Claire Anderson to snag that one.
She's been a long ways to get that. That was a great play.
Yes, and they call third base the hot corner for a reason, and Claire did an amazing job fielding that one and getting the out at third. And what I love is everybody was in motion there. The shortstop was backing her up. I saw the left fielder come to support third base, right? So the Bears were definitely in motion, and it definitely takes a team effort in softball. So now we've got up Lexi Rieger. This will be her first at bat. She's the number 7 hitter for the Falcons. And on that play, that did move the Lincoln Northwest runner to second base. So she's in scoring position there. Strike number 2.
Great pitch.
For Lexi Rieger. But Leggett had a great pitch there. So the count is now 0-2. It'll be interesting to see what Leggett brings here, whether she decides to give more gas or to give her one outside the zone.
I'd do it again. I'd do a changeup again.
That one's high, so clearly she was trying to get her to chase. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
And then there was a quick throwdown to second base there by Sheath. Just about caught the Lincoln Northwest runner napping. That was close. And so
Greg,
the count.
I was napping. Were you napping?
Yeah.
Kind of woke you up, didn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say I wasn't expecting that for sure. So the count is now 1-2. That one's right in there for strike number 2 to end the top half of the second inning for the Blair Bears. So nice job. We'll be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live. You were looking live at the Blair U Softball Complex here in Blair, Nebraska, as the Bears take on the Falcons of Lincoln Northwest. Here we are in the bottom of the second inning with Blair leading 3-0. Up to bat this inning will be the pitcher, Abby Leggett, followed by the left fielder, Hannah Houghton, followed by Lainey Brown. And we'll see if the Bears can't keep the same momentum going in the bottom of the second as they had in the first. Out in the circle remains Aaliyah Steggs for the Falcons. Pitch number 1 is high for a ball. And I'd have to imagine the Blair coaches are telling these girls, be selective up there.
For sure.
You know, no need to chase, especially if you can get a free one through a base on balls. That one's hit hard by Leggett. Oh, right out to right field. Darn it. The ball popped out and then back in.
She did a great job staying with it.
To the right fielder's glove. And so that's a fly out for Leggett. And now that's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Hannah Houghton.
It's a good reason you use 2 hands, right?
I tell my daughter that all the time. Hey, that's exactly right why you do that. So that one was in there for a strike. And so the count is now 0-1 to Houghton. It's her first at bat tonight. The windup in the pitch. That one's outside. Good eye there. And so the count is now 1-1. And I don't know about you, Heather, but it's, softball so different than baseball. a left-handed hitter has so many more options.
A lot of options.
Without a doubt, especially with these shortened base paths. And especially if you're speedy, you can really do a lot of damage and a lot of different things. So the count is now 2-1 to Houghton. And her first at bat. The windup in the pitch. That one's fouled back. And the count's now 2-2.
The wind's picked up a little.
It has. The wind is blowing out here tonight. And so it'll be interesting to see what Steggs does in this situation. That one's outside. Boy, that was close. And so now we've got a full count for Houghton. And so it'll be interesting with this battle at the plate how this goes. The windup in the pitch.
Good job.
Oh,
That
wow.
was fantastic.
Boy, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, as they say, right?
Yeah.
That one hit off the second baseman's glove and caught by the shortstop.
Diving.
Yes. So
That was fantastic.
that was so that'll go out as a pop out for Houghton. And now that brings us to the top of the order for the Bears.
That's a Sports Center play,
Da-na-na, da-na-na.
Yeah.
I don't know that anybody caught it, or caught the video, but we'll see. And that one's popped up. Oh, and pop out to the second baseman, who was busy here in the second inning. So the Bears go in order 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the second. We'll be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live. We are back here on BSDN Live. Craig Houghton along with Heather Tupa on her inaugural broadcast here on BSDN Live. We're coming to you in the top of the third inning. Up to bat is going to be Addie Walker, followed by Addie Eaton, and then the top of the order, Alexa Dankert for the Falcons, who find themselves in a 3-0 hole as we start the third inning. So out on the mound for the Bears remains Abby Leggett. The first pitch is hit to Leggett, and she throws over for the out. The thing I loved there, Heather, is she didn't panic, even though it went off of her glove. Took her time and stayed with it, got the out. So that'll go as a ground out to start the third inning. And Leggett seems to be pretty composed out there, and I think having a 3-0 lead goes a long way in pitching with some composure. Oh, that first one, great pitch there to Addie Eaton. That was a changeup to start, who Eaton reached out for, and that'll go down for a strike. So the count is quickly 0-1. The windup at the pitch. Oh, and she followed it up with a rise ball that Eaton swung at and missed. So that'll be 0-2.
What are you going to throw here?
I throw her another fastball or something outside to change it up. What do you think?
Yeah, I would throw something outside.
Look at that. Just like, hey, that was maybe a little lower, low outside, but that's going to go down as a strikeout for Eaton. And so that, by my count, that's 3 strikeouts for Leggett. And that's going to bring up Alexa Dankert here in the bottom of the third with 2 outs. And you can kind of see the confidence grow in Leggett as we start. That one's hit sharply to third. And nice job fielding it by Claire Anderson for the out. So that'll go down as a 1-2-3 inning
Great inning.
Great inning. 3 straight outs for the Bears. And to finish the top of the third, we'll be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live. You were looking live at Woodhouse Field, or WCB Field here at Blair U Sports Complex. This is Craig Houghton, joined by Heather Tupa. We are now starting the top of the third inning with the Blair Bears up 3-0. Up to bat this inning will be Mia McLean, Caitlin O'Neill, and Reagan Blatter. So the heart of your lineup. And if you're Blair, you'd love to tack on some more runs here, Heather.
Yes.
To extend that lead.
Yes.
And really help distance yourself from the Falcons in this situation. And so in her first at bat, Mia walked. And so that first one is high and goes back to the screen for ball 1.
Looks like she was looking to slap there, possibly.
Yes. And Heather, were you a right-handed batter or a left-handed batter? Left? Okay. That one's bunted. Bunted off to third, off of the first baseman's chest. And McLean will reach on the error by the third baseman.
She did a good job putting her head down and running to first.
Absolutely. Good call out there, because you never know, right? Especially we've seen balls juggled, we've seen balls carom, we've seen a lot of different things, but that is going to get Mia McLean on. That's going to bring up Caitlin O'Neill. That one's in there for a strike, and off to second base is Mia McLean, who steals second base. That was a pretty close throw there by the Falcons, but McLean beat it, and so now Caitlin comes up to this bat with runners in scoring position. That one hit her.
She got hit last time too, I think.
Yeah, that's twice now. And she's like, hey, what's going on? And so now we've got runners on first and second for Reagan Blatter, who hit into a fielder's choice her last at bat. And Heather, I don't know about you, but the neat part to me is the depth that Blair has in this situation. Oh, there goes the runners. And that one is thrown to third, but it goes by the third baseman.
Great base running.
Yeah, good base running. And you know what? That just scored Mia McLean to push the lead to 4-0. Mia McLean. Caitlin O'Neill stopped at third. And so a good piece of base running there by the Bears to take advantage of the Falcons' miscue. And so we've got no outs. The score now 4-0. That one's a ball.
I think I'm waiting for a strike, again.
Absolutely. It's amazing how softball pitching, just like anything else, you can go in streaks. And Leggett seems to have a good streak, where Steggs is a little bit more inconsistent. That one's high for, I believe, 3-0 for Blatter. And you hope here for the Bears that they can continue the momentum of getting base runners on, advancing them. That one's hit hard to the shortstop, who's going to, again, that one was hit to the shortstop.
Shortstop.
but then dropped or mishandled by the third baseman. And it looks like the coach is going to challenge that she was out. There'll be a conference to see if there was an out. Heather, to me, it didn't look like she clearly didn't field it cleanly. And it didn't appear that she caught it by the time the base runner made it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm not sure if she's saying what was on the ground, if her glove was touching it.
Right, and that's exactly what the umpires concluded as well, is that is going to go down as a reaching by error for Blatter, but she will get the RBI in this scenario. And so Blair extends their lead to 5-0.
I still think you're up to bat here waiting for a strike.
Absolutely, and I failed to give credit, but that scored Caitlin O'Neill on that last at bat. So that's going to bring up J.C. Sheath, who doubled in her first at bat. That one's in there for a strike against Sheath. And Sheath's had a pretty good start to her season. Would you mind looking up what her batting average is? That one's lined down the left field line and goes foul. And will go down for a strike. So that's quickly 0-2 to Sheath.
I'm not sure if I can see how to work this.
Okay, well, hey, we're a work in progress here on BSDN Live. But I know she's had a lot of good hits to start the year. That one's a ball. And the count goes to 1-2 to the right-handed catcher for the Blair Bears. The windup at the pitch. That one's hit hard, but foul. And the count will remain 1-2 to J.C. Sheath. We've got no outs. Bottom of the third. With one runner on, and this game is going kind of quickly.
Yes, it is.
That was fouled back. Nice job there by Sheath to stay alive and
Stay
battle
back
off
and wait on that.
Yep, battle off those close pitches. So tell me, Heather, how were your Dana teams back in the day?
Well, we had a lot of fun. That's what I can remember.
That one's in tight for a ball. That gets away from the catcher. And Blatter steals second. So were your teams, how did you finish? Win record?
500s probably.
500s? Okay.
I don't know. We had a lot of fun is all I remember, you know.
Sure.
It's all
That
about
one's
the
up high.
camaraderie.
And, you know, that is so true, right? At the end of the day, the wins and losses are great, but a lot of it's, too, the memories that you take away, right? And the fun that you had. Do you still keep in touch with a lot of your softball
A few. A
teammates?
lot of them moved, California, Arizona. So.
Okay, gotcha. That one's fouled back. And the count.
She's doing a good job of protecting the plate.
Absolutely. And by my count, it's a full count here to Sheath. So she's seen a lot of pitches in this at bat. The windup and the pitch. Oh, caught looking there for Sheath. So she's going to go down as a strikeout. That's strikeout number 1 for Steggs on the night. So that's out number 1 for the Bears. This is going to bring up number 3, Emmy Hall, with a runner on third. Emmy at a fielder's choice in her last at bat. And so that one will go down as a ball. And a nice little crowd to here tonight for the Bears as they celebrate their home opener. And I was talking to the head coach. That one is hit hard to the shortstop. Fields it, throws to first in time. Emmy gets the RBI in the fielder's choice, but she will be out number 2 in the bottom of the third. that will score Reagan Blatter to push the score to 6-0. But I had a chance to talk to the Lincoln Northwest coach, Bailey Rellis, before the game, and she told me that they decided to move the game here as a favor to Blair. That's really, really nice on the behalf of the coaches, because she said she wanted the seniors, to have some home games.
Oh, that's nice.
That's super nice. So kudos to them and the sportsmanship. So that previous at bat was London Larson, who had a single.
Nice hit up the middle.
Absolutely. This is going to bring up Abby Leggett, the pitcher, who flew out in her last at bat. And if you remember, Heather, she hit it hard to right field. The ball popped out of the right fielder's glove, and then she recaught it.
Yes.
That's ball number 2 for Abby Leggett. And so the count is now 2-0, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And boy, you'd love to get some insurance runs right here if you could.
Yes. And keep the momentum going.
No doubt. And Leggett would love to help her own cause at the plate as Steggs continues to struggle a little bit with her control. That one's in there for a strike.
It's a good pitch.
No doubt. And so we're getting close to having 2 times through the lineup. Here we are in the third inning. And so you'd love to see the Bears continue to keep this running. And that's a ball, so that'll go down as a walk. So we'll see a base on balls. And that's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Hannah Houghton, who popped out. And if you remember, Heather, she fell some unfortunate luck, hit one to the second baseman, but then was caught diving by the shortstop. That one's high.
Almost think you wait for a strike again.
I think you're in that stage, no doubt. And you know what? I think the catcher recognizes that too. And that's a good piece of, I guess, defensive play by the catcher to realize, hey, go see if you can settle her down a little bit. Talk to her a little bit, make her laugh. And the first baseman does the same thing. So that's being a good teammate right there. Because I think that's probably at least got to be 5 or 6 pitches in a row that were balls.
Helps the coach out, too, because you only get so many times out to the mound, too,
That's a really good point. So the count is now 1-0. And so now that was good. So now the count goes to 1-1 for Houghton. And we could not ask for a nicer day. Holy cow.
Nope.
It's nice to have a little bit of a wind.
Yes. And it's nice that the players aren't sweating standing out there.
Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Well said. So the count now goes to 2-1. Runner on first and second.
Oh, that was a great piece of base running.
Yeah, nice job there by
London
Larson. Okay, the count is now 2-2. That one was hit sharply, but right down the first baseline. And so the count remains 2-2. Steggs gets the call, the wind up in the pitch. That one's hit hard.
It might be over.
Hit hard, and that's going to go down as a double for Houghton. Hit that one to the fence.
Yeah.
And, well, I wasn't sure. I couldn't see.
I thought it was going over.
Yeah, I did too. I couldn't tell at all. But that one hit over the left fielder's head, went all the way to the wall, it appeared, and that scored 2 to bust this game wide open. So now the score is 7-0 for the Bears. on the double by Houghton. So that was a really good piece of hitting right there.
With 2 strikes.
With 2 strikes, absolutely. So great job. That brings up Lainey Brown, who promptly doubles, is going to score Houghton. And now the score is 8-0. So isn't it amazing how, one swing here or one swing there can really prompt the momentum, right?
It's just the contact.
Yep,
Contact,
that's right. And
contact.
boy, Lainey didn't take her long. She only needed one pitch, and she smoked that. So this is going to now help the Bears bat around in the third. And it's going to bring up Mia McLean, who reached on an error, as the Bears take a commanding 9-0 lead. And that one's high for ball 1. And nice piece of hitting here again tonight by the Bears, who, when you play an inferior opponent, you want to put your knee on their throat. That's a hit, and that's going to score Brown from first. Here comes the play at the plate, and Brown is in on the single by Mia McLean.
Good hard hit up the middle.
Yep, for sure. Nice hit there by McLean. That's going to bring up Caitlin O'Neill.
Hope she can get a swing at one.
No doubt. She's had the unfortunate distinction of being hit each of the 2 times that she's been up. So let's see if she can't put one in play here.
She might have a couple bruises on her way home tonight.
Well said. That one's in there for a strike. And I didn't realize this, but this is actually the 4th year that Lincoln Northwest has been a school. And so you can definitely tell that they are developing for the future. Because what I'm not sure is if this would be their first, it would be their first full graduating class of those,
sure.
These seniors would have started as freshmen. And it definitely takes a while to build a good program. That one's hit, but goes foul down the left field line. Yeah, because you can't just expect them to start up and be a powerhouse right away. But that goes, it makes what schools like Gretna East, have done all the more impressive. Where, by splitting from regular Gretna to see how well they've done is really quite amazing. Count here is 0-2, and now it's that's a strikeout for Caitlin O'Neill. So she will be out number 3 in the bottom of the third, but not before the Bears stretch the lead out to 10-0 on the Falcons. So we'll be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live. Welcome back to BSDN Live. You are looking live at the WCB field at the Blair U Softball Complex, where we find ourselves in the top of the 4th inning with the Blair Bears leading 10-0 over the Lincoln Northwest Falcons. Up to bat should be the second batter, Jalen Tieckmeyer, who popped out to second in her first at bat. And so out in the circle is Leggett with 3 strikeouts. The first one's in there. That was hit to left. And boy, that one was hit right in that kind of gap where Houghton made a run for it, but couldn't quite snag it. And so that will go down as a double for Tieckmeyer. And that's, sometimes you can't make the play. And that was hit perfectly where it was just kind of in no man's land. and will go down as a double.
They both had to go a long ways with Lainey backing her up. She did a good job getting it in quickly, too.
Amen. Yep, they did the best they could with that one.
Yes. It was a great hit by the hitter.
Yep, good hit.
Kudos to the hitter.
Absolutely. And so that's going to bring up Ashlyn Siegel, who popped out to third in her last at bat. That first one was in there for a pitch or for a strike, and want to also call out a couple defensive switches for the Bears. So that one was hit sharply to the shortstop, Caitlin O'Neill, who did a good job knocking it down. But she's going to reach on an air there in the top of the fourth.
She did a good job staying down, and nothing's hurt there. Nothing's hurt.
Yeah, hey, you're up 10-0. Don't let a single become a double, or worse yet, let somebody score. So she did a nice job of holding the runner. That one's by the pitcher. Nice job throwing over to third in time, and the throw over to first is not in time. So great job there by Liggett to get the out at third. And so, that's the thing. You can tell that was she knew when that was hit where she was going with it. And she knew that she didn't have a whole lot of time to waste because she had to get to third base in short order. But it was really nice job there by Liggett to get the lead runner out, which is most important in this situation.
And Anderson made a good try trying to throw it to first. It was close.
Yeah, hey, nothing hurt by throwing it over. So that's going to bring up Megan Morton, who swings and misses. And so I'd have to believe if you're the Bears here, you just want to keep this thing rolling as best you can, right?
And Liggett's doing a good job of focused on strikes.
And that one's lined out to left field and caught by Houghton for out number 2. And so that's going to bring up number 14, Hallie Narego, who grounded out in the second inning. And so you've got 2 outs here, bottom of the fourth. Bears are up 10-0. That one's high for a ball. And keep me honest here, Heather. I hate to even bring this up, but what are the run rules at high school? Do you know?
Is it 12 after 4? No, 12 after 5?
I'm really not sure. We'll have to look that up.
It might be 12 after 4, 9 after 5.
It could be. That one's in there, swung on and missed by Nirego.
Is it 15 after 3?
I'm really not sure. We'll have to figure that out. But the count is now 1-1 for Liggett. The windup in the pitch is high for ball 2. Good job squeezing that one there by Sheath, who's done a nice job behind the plate. Liggett gets the sign. The windup in the pitch. That one's fouled back for strike 2, so the count now goes to 2-2 on Narego.
Has Liggett had a walk tonight?
I don't think she has.
I don't think.
Nope,
not that I remember.
she's done a good job, and the truth of the matter is in a game like this, you don't need any walks. Just pitch it in there, and if they hit it, you got a solid defense behind you. That one's a ball. Nice stop there by Sheath. And so that's going to make the count full here in the top of the fourth with the Blair Bears up 10-0. That one's a strikeout. Strikeout number 4 for Liggett. That one was swung on and missed. So here we go to the bottom of the fourth with the Bears leading 10-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live.
We were so wrong.
So your crew learned that it's 10 after 4, so that's going to be the ball game for this game tonight between the Blair Bears and the Lincoln Northwest Falcons. Heather, overall, I thought you did a great job.
Thanks. It was fun.
Yeah, it is fun, and we want to thank all of our sponsors for supporting what we do on BSDN Live. The Bears will move to 5-2, while Lincoln Northwest will move to 0-5 on the year. The Bears will be back in action at Lincoln Standing Bear on Thursday, and then the Blair Invite will be this weekend. The plan for Saturday is for us to bring all of the games on Saturday live to you via BSDN Live. I will be joined by Brian Abrahams, who will be back in the saddle, the voice of the Bears. And then Heather, I'm sure we'll be working together soon. So thank you for your time, and we look forward to continuing to work together in the future.
Yeah, it was fun. It was great.
Okay, well, that'll be all here for tonight, and we'll catch you again very soon. Go Bears.